Fantastic. I think we're on and live, and hopefully everyone can hear me loud and clear. This is Jason Martinez with Summit Alliance Advantage. This is the Thursday training webinar that we have every Thursday at 11 o'clock. We go into training. We also record these webinars and make them available in the back office on summitallianceadvantage.com, where you can, go into agent resources and go down to the videos link, and you'll find all of the recorded webinars there in the back office. So, take advantage of that resource. But today, we're going to talk about setting mortgage protection appointments. One of the toughest things to do in the mortgage protection market is really set appointments. For whatever reason, as illustrated there in the picture, agents are afraid of the phone. Whether they think it's, they're not going to get the best results. Maybe they're, more afraid of the resentment on the other end of the line, or whatever the case may be. But, if you know how to, just ignore that resentment, possibly, which you're rarely going to get, and then also just know how to overcome just the few objections that you're going to get in setting mortgage protection appointments. This is one of the most important steps in the market. It's the first step to getting to the home, getting to the kitchen table, and we all know, that's where applications are written. So, with that, before you go to sit down and set appointments, we're going to go into the appointment setting script a little bit, talk a little bit about the lead, but, more importantly, setting the appointments. It sounds silly, but you need to get relaxed. You need to get in a good mood, in a comfortable environment, be schedule ready. That means a couple of things. You want to eliminate your distractions for the time that you have in your schedule to set appointments, and then also the times that you have available for your clients to see you. You don't want to be in a position where you sit down and, you start to make your phone calls, and then all of a sudden something comes up because, you didn't prepare. So try to eliminate those distractions when you go to sit down and get ready to make your calls. Turn off the TV, make that your focus, set aside some time, allocate those hours in your schedule so you can have some good appointment setting time. I know when I was in the field, or I'm still in the field, not as often, but full-time in the field, let me phrase it that way, I spent a lot of time on the phone. As a matter of fact, 2 days out of every week was nothing but my phone time. And, I would sit on the phone every Tuesday and Wednesday, and I would work to set up my appointments, for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then also I would have a rollover on Sunday. And, for the people who are out of town, just so busy or whatever the case may be, basically I was schedule ready. I knew when I was scheduling, my clients. I wanted to be in a position where I'm putting my clients in my schedule, not where they're putting me in their schedule. This is important to both of us. It's definitely important to them. That's why they made the request. So, with that, just have those times available. So if you do offer them a time, let's say the first time you offer them is not, going to be good for them, then you'll have some alternative times that you can immediately offer up as opposed, to trying to narrow down some other time that would work for them. You want to be, just ready. So also call with confidence, being relaxed, being schedule ready, role playing a little bit before you call, becoming, familiar with what to say, the bullet points to say. Really, we have a script available, but ultimately, the lead can be your script once you, become comfortable in setting appointments because you know what to expect, you know what to say when something is said, and but in the meantime, make sure that you've done it a couple of times. Call us. I always recommend to agents, before you sit down and set your appointments, if you want to give us a call like we're a client, like we're a lead that you just got, give us a call and set an appointment with us. If we set the appointment, you're good to go. Keep calling. If not, we'll mention something. Well, maybe you want to say this, or don't ask them when would be a good time to come see them because we all know they're going to say no time is good. You want to give them 2 options, and we'll get into that in a little more detail. And last but not least, definitely dial with a smile. It sounds funny. But people can hear that coming through the phone. They can hear that attitude. They can hear, if it's someone that they want to set an appointment with. If you're dialing with a frown, if you're dialing, in a not so good mood, then that person on the other end of the phone, is probably going to be less likely willing to set that appointment with you, and hopefully we'd all agree. And so, just understand that in the mortgage protection market, now you hear us talk about the different approaches to different markets. This is going to be a different approach to direct mail with final expense, but with mortgage protection, your money is made on the phone because, again, we're dealing with working class. We're dealing with the working class market, people that are busy. If they're not working from 9 to 9 or 8 to 9, then as soon as they get off work, they're going into their either second job, which could be another job for income, or it could be family events, or coming home, or soccer practice or coaching, or whatever the case may be. This market is filled with a busy client base. So just understanding that, covering our time frames, making sure we're spending the proper amount of time on the phone to get the appointments that we need. It's very key, because a lot of agents, they lose hope in the market, or they lose hope in getting their appointments after maybe calling through the stack of leads maybe once, or not even calling all the way through, maybe calling 10 people and not getting anyone on the phone and be like, oh gosh, this didn't work, and then just kind of throw up their hands. Whereas have someone like myself who's sitting there calling through the stack of leads repeatedly. I'll call through the first time, I'll flip it over, and I'll call through again, and the second time I call through, I'll call the numbers back to back. Now why? One of the reasons that I do that is because we all know when we get a number that calls us we do not recognize, our first thought is, oh gosh, this is a telemarketer. I don't want to answer the call, and if you do, you're saying anything you can to get them off the phone. So when they see that number call them back to back, they're like, wow, this number called me earlier. Now they're calling me back to back. This must be important. So as soon as they answer the phone, oh my gosh, Chris, I'm so glad I got you on the phone. I've been trying to get a hold of you about the request you made for your mortgage, life, and disability benefits, and just immediately go right into setting the appointment. So again, understand that, you have to be ready, you have to be relaxed, you have to, call with confidence, be in a good mood, and have your schedule ready, and most importantly, set aside that time with distractions that are all eliminated, and just understand that, you're going to have to spend quite a bit of time on the phone, but it's very rewarding. Think about this. Average premium is $85 a month, $1,020 a year. You go into a home for 30 to 40, maybe 45 minutes, after presentation and taking the application, and you're going to get paid a nice check and a nice commissions from that, and over $400 deposit. So, so just keep in mind that this is time well spent in setting appointments. So don't get discouraged right away. Just understand that this is probably the toughest part of the mortgage protection market is setting appointments. So with that, we know how we market for clients. We know that direct mail has proven to be just the leader in generating mortgage protection leads all across the industry, and also with that, the people that we market to, new homeowners, homes that recently refinanced, maybe a home equity loan, maybe even a reverse mortgage. Again, there's all types of triggers on the mortgage, that can notify us that, hey, this person needs to receive this letter, so they can take advantage of this. And again, if they fill this out and mail it back, just take a look. It clearly states the benefits that are available. It talks about the death benefit, what it's going to pay off, talks about disability. Again, when I'm calling my clients, I look at this as my script for setting appointments, because I have their name, I have, the date that they got the mortgage, I have the loan amount, hi, John, this is Jason. I'm calling you about the mortgage, life, and disability benefits that you had requested. You had filled out the bottom of the form and sent it back to us. Do you remember that? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, great. Well, my name's Jason again, and, I'm the agent in charge of making sure we get these benefits taken care of for you. I'm going to be in your area this Friday and Saturday, and the good thing is I only need about 10 to 15 minutes of your time to, to see if we can find something to get you qualified, and other than that, I'll be in your area this Friday and Saturday. So would Friday maybe at 3 o'clock, or how about Saturday at 10? Which would work better for you? And, so again, giving them options. And I'll get a little bit more into the script, but basically I have their name, and I know what their, the mortgage protection and the mortgage, life, and disability benefits. So again, this is something that when someone receives this and fills it out, they have a serious interest. So, that script that I went over, we have that available on the back office, but it's here it is right here, just a version of it. And again, you want to personalize this. You want to make your appointment setting more conversational with your client. Like you're calling a friend, and you're talking to them, and you're trying to figure out a best time for the visit. That's really going to help you in being more friendly on the phone, being able to smile, because again, you're relating more to the client, you're more conversating with the client as opposed to robotically reading a script. So just kind of keep that in mind. And again, this script is available in the back office of the website at summitallianceadvantage.com. So again, go and register and go to the back office, and you can obtain this script for the mortgage protection market. And basically, so as I receive that letter and I'm sitting down with my stack of leads, one of the things that I want to highlight in this, and I think I may have let's see if I got a highlighter here. Okay, one of the things that I always say is, I got the paperwork back you sent in requesting, the mortgage protection on your home. So that's one thing that you want to highlight, requesting the mortgage protection on your home. I'm immediately identifying, I'm letting them know that I received the request. Again, they're requesting that they made on the mortgage protection on their home. Now here I'm the regional manager out of Dallas. I'm the agent that's in charge of your case. I'm the regional manager. I used to travel a lot, so I would let people know, look, I'm the regional manager out of Dallas. I'm coming to your area this weekend. We've been inundated with requests, and I'm here to help the agents catch up. So I'm going to be in your area just this weekend, and I'd like to spend just 10 to 15 minutes of your time to find a product that's going to meet your needs, most importantly meet your budget. So would Saturday at 3 o'clock work well for you, or maybe Saturday morning at 9 a.m.? Which would work best for you? So again, I say benefits. That's another key word that that you want to say. Also, takes about 15 minutes of your time. That's important because I'm eliminating the fear of the dreaded, oh gosh, I don't want to spend 4 hours with the insurance agent. Because if you think of a typical insurance appointment, a lot of times a long appointment comes to mind. So I'm letting them know right off the bat, it's only going to take about 15 minutes of your time to get this taken care of. And again, so you and your wife or you and your husband can both be protected, kind of being assumptive there. So which is best for you? And you'll notice which would be better. I'm giving them an option, 10 a.m. Saturday or 3 p.m. Sunday to get this taken care of. Now, what's important here, again, is the fact that I'm giving them the option. I'm not, as I mentioned earlier, asking them, well, when would be a good time for me to come see you? Because we all know, oh, I'm so busy, when would be a good time? Well, I'm sorry, Jason, never. There's not a good time for you to come see me. So that's what they're going to say. But if you give them an option, well, how about 10 a.m. on Saturday or maybe 3 p.m. on Sunday? Well, now, wait a minute. Okay, maybe Saturday before I get started out for the day, or maybe Sunday after church. Again, I'm giving them an option to think about, and they're more than likely going to select one. So, hopefully you kind of understand those bullet points there. That way you can personalize it more. Just know that, you want to conversate with them. It's a request that they're making. These are benefits to try to get them qualified for. It's only going to take about 10 to 15 minutes of your time. Which would work best for you? 10 a.m. Saturday, or maybe 5 o'clock Saturday afternoon, or 3 p.m. on Sunday after church. Now, after you've agreed upon a time, well, you know what? Maybe 3 p.m. after church on Sunday. That's not too bad. Okay, great. Well, just real quick, is this your current address? Okay, great. And I'll ask them, and I'll repeat their address. Okay, great. I just want to make sure it's not a rental house or something, or rent house that you have or something like that, that you're renting out or something. Now, what is a major intersection closest to your home? And one of the things that I like to say, okay, great. So when I'm driving down your street, will I see your address on the side of the house, on the mailbox, or will it be on the curb? Now, one of the reason that I like to ask that is because I want to paint a mental visual of me driving down the street. So right now they're seeing me drive down the street, and I'm looking for their address, and they're telling me, okay, I'm going to find it on the side of their house. Okay, great. So now, is this a new development, or will it show up on my GPS? Well, it's new. Okay, great. So I'll see you Saturday, at 3 o'clock or Sunday at 3 o'clock. And, when I leave, we'll be able to, you and your wife will both be taken care of. I appreciate your time. We'll see you then. Thank you. Have a great day. And, so again, you end it real friendly. You're real friendly throughout the call. You're identifying their needs. You're identifying the request that they made. And, then you're solidifying the appointment by painting that mental visual of your arrival, confirming their address, asking them where their address is on the house, on the side of the house, on the mailbox or the curb. And then again, confirming the call. Confirming the time. Okay, great. That was Saturday at 3 or Sunday at 3. Is that right? Yeah, okay, great. So, I'll see you then. It won't take long. We'll get you both taken care of. And, you have a great day. We'll see you then. Thank you very much for your time. Yeah, and then here's something that's probably very key in this. Don't hang up the phone and get up, yeah, I got one, and run off and celebrate, okay, and go starting with other duties. Remember, you've allocated this time, right? This is for setting appointments. So you hang up, you pick up the phone, and you call another one. Why? Because you have your schedule wide open to fill up full of appointments. So, kind of hopefully you understand, the importance of really just sitting down, setting that time aside, so you can be efficient in filling up your schedule for these clients, for you to see your clients. All right, if I can. There we go. Let me see if this will allow me to erase my scribble. Okay, great. Now, real quick, I want to go over the age lead mortgage protection script. Now, many of you know the leads that we generate, the script that I went over is for a new request, someone that has just recently mailed it back. This is a fresh, exclusive lead to you. You're the only agent that's going to get it. That's your book of business. It's your bank of leads that you're generating, that's your client to get in touch with. But we also have access to an aged mortgage protection lead. Now, these are not leads that are generated through our mail that we mail out. These are leads that are generated through another mail house that we've had a partnership for many years, and they give us access to their aged mortgage protection leads. Now, these are leads that have not been covered yet. So these people, they've made the request. Now, maybe the agent, maybe this agent was working this area, he got to as many people as he could, and he moved on to another area, and the people that he didn't get to, he just didn't have time to get to. Or maybe this agent generated these leads, went into the client's home, and for whatever reason the client said, well, now's not a good time. Or maybe the client said, well, we haven't even got our first electric bill yet. We're not sure exactly how much we're going to be spending on all of our bills. Let us get that figured out and budgeted, and then we'll give you a call back. And lo and behold, the client doesn't call back because they lose the card. The agent doesn't follow up. The client never gets their coverage. So again, for whatever reason, these clients have not been covered. We have access to these, very inexpensive, 3 to 9 months old, only $4 a piece. It's a phenomenal way to get in front of even more people. Now, there's a little bit different script here. Now, you'll notice in this script, to kind of scribble some more, one of the things that I do, hello, my name is Jason, and this is a courtesy call. I always say this is a courtesy call on my older leads, especially the 3 to 9 month old, because I want to bring down their guard. This is a courtesy call in regards to the mortgage protection benefits that you requested. It shows in our system that you've not yet put the coverage in place. You've not put the protection plan in place. I'm the regional manager. I'm the agent in charge of making sure that we get this taken care of for you. I'm going to be in your area this Friday and Saturday. I only need about 10 to 15 minutes of your time, or 15 to 20 minutes of your time to see if we can get you qualified. Would Friday at maybe after work about 6 o'clock work well for you, or maybe Saturday morning at about 9? Which would work best for you? So again, I'm letting them know it only need about 15 to 20 minutes of your time. Again, I'm alleviating the thought of a long appointment. Here, it shows in our system that you've not yet put the protection plan in place. I'm immediately letting them know that I know they haven't gotten the coverage taken care of. So that's going to help someone who just picked up the phone and is trying to get, maybe they're reluctant to set the appointment, so they may say something like, well, I've already gotten that taken care of, but thank you. Well, you know, they're not going to say that to me because I've already identified that it shows in our system you've not yet gotten the coverage taken care of. You know, I got the original letter you sent in, and, you know, I'm the agent in charge of making sure that we get this taken care of for you. And, you know, so again, just covering those couple of things is going to allow you to open that door back up. And by giving them the option right out of the gate, you've identified why you're calling. You've let them know, you know, that we know they haven't gotten it taken care of. It's only going to take a short amount of time to take care of it. So which day would work best for you? Again, you control your schedule, offer them the 2 times. You know, and I like to offer them 2 times on a day, or maybe 2 days with a different time each day. You know, but again, I'm going to give them 2 options. So, you know, maybe Friday at 3 o'clock or maybe Saturday at 10 a.m., you know, which would work best for you. Okay, real quick before I let you go, I just want to confirm your address. Is this your primary residence at, you know, what I have here? And, okay, yes, it is. Okay, great. Now, what's the major intersection? Or, you know, now when pulling up to your home or when driving down your street, will I find your address on the, you know, on the door, on the side of the house, the mailbox, or the curb? Okay, great. So we said Saturday at 10 a.m. Is that right? Okay, great. So I'll see you Saturday at 10 a.m. I'll be driving, you know, this. You know, I look forward to seeing you. Have a great day. Thank you very much. You know, again, so, and as it notes down at the bottom, you know, don't ask what time or day. I've said that a couple of times already. You know, always give 2 options. Why? Because they're more than likely going to choose a couple of those options or one of those options. So, you know, again, you want to keep it short and sweet on the phone. That way they know that you're going to keep it short and sweet in the home. You know, you're not trying to pre-qualify them because we have a product to meet whatever, whether it be medical challenge or need or coverage amount that you're looking for. You know, we can meet all of that. And, you know, so you don't want to pre-qualify them on the phone, and you don't want to try and sell them over the phone. You just want to simply get into the home, to the kitchen table, because ultimately that's where business is done. So, you know, with that, just keep that in mind. And now, you may get some objections with trying to set the appointments. And, you know, so, well, can't Jason, can't you just mail me something? I'm so busy. You know, I don't think I can see you. Can you just send me some information? Well, you know, I'd love to, you know, but really we've mailed pretty much all that we can. You know, the rest is handled by a licensed agent. You know, you're definitely in charge of picking out the coverage that's going to meet your needs and, you know, of course, fit in your budget. And, you know, as a licensed agent, you know, we're simply helping with the application process and you know, going through that for you. So, again, you're going to give them an option. So which would be better, Friday at 6 or maybe Saturday at 10? So what you're simply doing with objections, you overcome the objection and you immediately give them an option. You're not trying to go back and forth and win the objection battle. You just want to simply overcome and give them an option, because we're never going to win the objection battle, but we will you know, have an option selected if we keep giving them options. You know, again, as it's, you know, there in parentheses, you know, the last line is very important. It should immediately follow after you overcome any objection. You know, don't wait on their response, because, again, you don't want to catch yourself in an objection battle. You just want to simply give them an option for them to choose from. Well, you know, well, how much does this cost? You know, well, actually, you know, the great thing about it is that's really up to you. You know, if I had to, you know, give you a ballpark figure, it's really kind of hard to say, because I see applications come across my desk, gosh, $30 up to $300 a month. The good thing is the price is up to you. You know, we're going to make sure it fits your budget. We're going to make sure it fits your needs, and it's, you know, it's only going to take 10 to 15 minutes. So would Friday at 6 work well for you, or maybe Saturday at 9? You know, again, overcome the objection and immediately give them an option. Now, what's great about objections is you're going to get, you know, maybe 1 or 2 common objections, and then maybe 3 or 4 objections ultimately that you'll ever have to overcome. You're really not going to get any more than that. And if you become good at overcoming these objections, you know, you'll be more excited to get on the phone. You're not going to be as hesitant. You'll, you know, set more time to set up appointments or whatever the case. But again, just know that you want to get to the home. Well, maybe they say something like, well, I don't remember sending anything in. You know, well, this was it was the letter that you received talking about the protection that you could take advantage of that would pay off your mortgage in case of a death or make your mortgage payments in case of an illness or injury. You know, remember, this was the letter that you filled out about the death, the disability, and even the money back. you put your information, you put your birthday down here, but the good thing is we can review this. It'll only take about 10 or 15 minutes. I'll be in your area this Friday and Saturday. Which would work best for you? Maybe Friday at 6, or how about Saturday at 3? So again, overcome the objection, and that's simply just jogging their memory, reminding them of the letter, and then immediately give them an option. Well, they may say something like, well, I already got it. And this is, again, you're going back to what, our records show that, we've never really added the coverage for you. So they could be telling you this because they have PMI, personal mortgage insurance. Now, for those of you that don't know, that is of no benefit to the client. That only protects the lender if the client defaults on their payments. That does not protect the client in case of a death or an illness or sickness in the family where their mortgage payment is going to get paid. So again, let them know. Ask the question. Well, did the plan come with your loan paperwork, or was it separate paperwork? Because if it came with your, if you got it the day you did your loan, then more than likely it's PMI, and just so that's only going to protect the lender. That's not going to, take care of your family in case, God forbid, they lose your income because of a death or illness or disability. And, again, I'll be in your area this Friday and Saturday. So immediately going back to setting the appointments. Or you could ask them, well, do you have the new plan or the old plan? And, because the old plan, it's decreasing. It only pays the lender. And, if you transfer your mortgage, the coverage goes away. The new plan, it has living benefits. It's transferable. It offers money back. Just give me about 10 or 15 minutes, and I can explain the difference between. We can see if we can find something for you. So would Friday at 10 a.m. or maybe Saturday afternoon at 6 work better for you? Again, overcome the objection and immediately give them an option. So, with that, just to kind of recap and kind of go over some tips, especially if you're working the older leads, the age leads, if you will, the mortgage protection age leads or B leads, it's important to remember that these people do not have any coverage yet. It's also, don't read a script. Read through it, become familiar with it, but think of, the lead is the script, but remember, be conversational in your appointment setting. As I mentioned earlier, call with excitement, as if they're already a client of yours and you're just getting back in touch with them, and expect that they're waiting for your call. Hey, Chris, I'm so glad I got you on the phone. I've been trying to get a hold of you about, and immediately go into it. Have the correct mindset before calling. This is going to help with your mood, especially if you're calling old leads and you feel like you're reluctant to sit down to call through them because you're worried about what the other person's going to say. So instead of thinking this lead is old, think, wow, this person's not covered. Again, that's a totally different perspective, which is going to help with your enthusiasm in making those phone calls. Now, also, if you're getting some no's, if you're, because you may sit down to set your appointments and you may not get people on the phone. And if you get people on the phone and you're getting no's and you're getting a lot of no's in a row, well, hey, let's reevaluate. Let's take a quick break, make a phone call, give your agency manager a call, give your leader a call, give us a call, give Holly a call at the home office, and reach out to someone and let's find out what's going on. Maybe it's the tone. Maybe it's something simple that's being said, as something as simple as, well, when would be a good time for me to come see you? Maybe that's not what should be said, or some different things that we can go over. Maybe you're saying, I have the information here. I'd like to come over and go over the information. I'd like to set up an appointment with you, as opposed to saying the benefits you requested, or I'd like to visit with you about this. Visit compared to appointment. Different things like that can help with setting appointments. So give us a call. Let's reevaluate what you're saying. Maybe it's the wrong word. Maybe it's the tone. Maybe it's the speed. But if you're making it more conversational and you're excited, a lot of those things won't even be an issue for you. So again, as be excited, be confident, be comfortable. Remember the line, I have the record that you sent in requesting these benefits that you qualify for, and it shows that you've not yet taken care of them. And, you know, the good news is I'm going to be in your area this Friday and Saturday. You know, I can go over these benefits with you in about 10 to 15 minutes, see what you qualify for, and we can get you taken care of. Would you know, Thursday afternoon at about 2 o'clock work well for you? Or how about Friday morning at 9 o'clock? Which would work best for you? You know, have the attitude, if you get someone on the phone that you're going to set the appointment, because again, we're dealing with the working class, we're dealing with busy people. We want to get the appointment set if we get someone on the phone. Listen to the client, see what has or hasn't happened for them yet, and address that concern. Not too long ago, we had a client, you know, we're going to set the appointment, and, you know, I'm talking to the client, and they indicated to me that they already seen an agent. Well, they've seen an agent, and you know, yeah, it's not for us, not right now. That tells me that they saw an agent, and that agent probably showed them something that either didn't pique their interest or was too expensive for them. So I told them, I said, oh, you know, well, you know, I do have the original request, and you know, there are all kinds of new programs out. Did the agent go over something with you that was just extremely expensive? You know, because you know, I've heard a lot of that. You know, people trying to get all of their protection, not knowing that they have other options. You know, you can still get protection put in place, but at a lot lower cost. Oh yeah, that was just way outrageous. You know, well, give me 10 or 15 minutes, and you know, I assure you, I can show you something that's a lot more feasible for your budget, and you know, if it works, great. You know, so I'll be in your area this Friday and Saturday. So how about Friday at 10 o'clock? Does that work good for you? You know, again, overcome that objection. I'll listen to them, overcome, and immediately give them an option. You know, you want to be quick about what you say. You know, and a manager-like tone is more, read that as a confident tone. You know, you just want to be confident. You want to be excited, you know, but you don't want to be demanding, right? You know, you want to be assertive and, you know, and assumptive, you know, but at the same time, not aggressive. You know, and again, if you get someone on the phone, set the appointment, and keep in mind, it may take 5, 7, 10 or more calls. Tally them up on the back of the lead sheet that you receive, you know, and that way you can cover your time frames with your clients. So if you call this person, you know, from 9 to 12, 2 days in a row, well, maybe it's time to call them, you know, after 6 or in the afternoon or later afternoon. You know, so again, mark down the times that you're calling your clients so you can narrow down the time frames to catch that person at home. Because remember, this market, the phone is your friend. The phone is what's going to make you money, because that's what's going to help you get a hold of these people. And by understanding that it's going to take a lot of phone work to get a hold of the people, that is going to help you sit at a lot more kitchen tables. And the more kitchen tables that you sit down at, the more applications that you write. You know, I would work to get a minimum of 15 appointments every single weekend. You know, my Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I wanted a minimum of 15 appointments, and I would not stop calling Tuesday and Wednesday until I got those appointments. So, you know, just keep that in mind. You can do that for yourself. You can write you know, as many applications as you want, as long as you're willing to, you know, first get the leads and then first take the time to sit down and make the phone calls. So hopefully you've received some information. Just real quick, attached to the webinar, you can download these scripts that I've covered today. There's also a Mortgage Protection Appointment Setting 101. I encourage you to download that and read it. It goes into appointment setting into more detail, and you know, just gives you some more points and tips and tricks on how to be more confident on the phone, how to take control of the call, how to set more appointments. So, you know, download that information. You know, know that this webinar is recorded and it's going to be available in the back office. So, you know, go ahead and log on there at summitallianceadvantage.com and register for the back office. You can gain access to the training library that's available for you. I want to thank you for being on today's training. As it says on the screen, giddy up.